Hello Linux fans, and welcome to yet another one of our installments, not installations like I said last video, of Clueless Girls Gaming on Linux slash installing Linux distros. That's what I'm here for today, and today is actually a very special day, you guys, because finally I'll get to game, and as you can see, I'm extremely excited to see and test Ubuntu's capabilities and see if it makes any difference to Arch Linux, whether my PC is bad and my hardware components were not the best, or it's actually simply just the distro, which I don't think it is, but we'll see. We'll test it out. Regardless, welcome again. Wait. What's going on? I hope that you guys are gonna have some fun. First thing we're gonna do is we're gonna boot Steam up and make sure we actually downloaded the game that we wanted to play. See how it runs together with OBS, because if you guys remember, I have some painful memories from Arch Linux and Tomb Raider. Since my saves are probably not really saved, not thinking about playing Rise of the Tomb Raider, but we'll see what we can download and we'll see what it can compare to. Maybe it will be the same game. Hey, we'll see how this video goes. Regardless of that, let's first hop into our Steam/Lutris installation so you guys can actually see what the hell I actually did. So let's start with the start. I'm already getting excited here because, as you guys know, it's not too hard to install Steam games on a Linux PC, because it doesn't really matter what kind of distro you have. The beauty with Steam is that you literally just install it once and you can download any kind of game you actually have in your Steam account. So while we are actually looking to install Lutris, I will also be downloading whichever one of these games I actually feel like playing, which is definitely going to be Chicken Shoot number 2. It does not even have an icon. This game is so trustworthy. Okay, it actually says what it is about it. Okay, we're now looking at the crap section, guys. Let's see what we can actually choose. That's also going to be interesting to see and to test. I guess maybe Resident Evil, would this be a thing? I suppose 6, if at all. I don't even know which year it actually came out. I've never played Resident Evil, by the way. I'm not quite sure how I'm feeling about this one. I have never played Dark Souls, so I have quite literally no idea about what I am going to be required to do. Interesting, Proton 3.16 is also getting downloaded simultaneously without even me having asked, which is amazing. I didn't see this one in Arch Linux. You guys let me know if you have any idea how it actually auto-installs Proton 3.16. I have no clue. Dark Souls, I don't know how I feel about that, but we'll see. That's number 3, so maybe, just maybe, we'll see how it goes. No idea. In the meanwhile, let us just continue our never-ending adventure and just go ahead and look for Lutris installation for Ubuntu, because that's what you do. This is how you install. Okay, I'm gonna stop with the silly accents because maybe some of you guys are not gonna like that. Right, packages compatible with Ubuntu and derivatives are available on the PPA. You can add a repository using a terminal to receive automatic updates. Okay, so what is a PPA? What? Adding this PPA to your system. You can update your system with unsupported packages for this untrusted PPA by adding blah blah to your system software sources. Okay, published packages, Lutris. Okay, so the sound of it is generally that I should be able to install it directly. Is this what I am sound. Is this what I am hearing? So add, oh, yeah, that's okay. Sudo add apt repository ppa Lutris team Lutris. Is this what call? Oh my, okay. Press enter to continue. More info, stable releases. Connecting. So I have never done this before. I have no idea what the PPA is, adding this PPA to your system. Anywho, I did do that, so it's installed now. Let's see, get update. Let's just get the updates. And what interests me, Debian, okay. So what do we do? Sudo apt get install Lutris. Okay. Okay, let's see. Sudo apt get install Lutris. Okay, I have no idea what this means, but does this mean that Lutris is already on here? No. What is a PPA? It can be added to your system manually by copying the lines below and adding them to your system software sources. Choose your Ubuntu version. Probably, it's probably the newest. Okay. Well, this wasn't the same way it was with Arch. Okay, to start installing and using software from Personal Package Archive, you first need to tell Ubuntu where to find the PPA. The contents of Personal Package are not checked or monitored. You install software from them at your own risk. If you're using the most recent version of Ubuntu, you can add a PPA to your system with a single line in your terminal. On the PPA's overview page, look for the heading that reads adding this PPA to your system. Make note of this PPA's location, which looks like blah. Okay, open a terminal and enter. Yeah, we did that with just this one. PPA's location that you noted above. Make a note of the PPA's location. Yeah, okay. I mean, it's been added, I suppose. Your system will now fetch the PPA's key. Let me see, did it do that? Did it actually fetch the key? Lutris team, stable releases for the Lutris client. Okay, yeah, it got hits. Hit. Alright, fetched. Reading package lists done. This enables your system to verify the packages in the PPA have not been interfered with since they were built. Okay. Now as a one-off, you should tell your system to pull down the latest list of software from each archive it knows about, including PPA you just added. Okay, now you're ready to start installing software from the PPA. It's also going to have quite a few dependencies, so what am I doing wrong? You're probably just looking at this and you're like, ha, 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 ha. 20.4, right, okay. This tutorial you'll learn, okay. Okay, that's the easier. We did it easy, guys. So let's just see. App package manager, come with Python pre-installed. Python version. Let's see if we can do that. What is our version of Python? What? Oop. Okay. Let's just update everything. Apt list upgradable. Okay, and can I just upgrade them? I have no idea, guys. Okay, apt install software properties common. Alright, 0 upgraded, 0 newly installed, 0 to remove, and 12 not upgraded. I didn't think that the upgrade portion would be actually that annoying, I suppose. Let's see, let's just minimize that. Right, it was on the top. Everything was on the top. Let me see, usually I would have updates or stuff, ways that it would prompt me into updating. So let's see, software updates here, maybe downloadable from the internet. Okay, canonical partners. I mean, just install. Okay. The apt line of the repository that you want to add a source. These are the ones. I see. Deb blah blah. Okay, so this one includes a deb, this one includes a deb. Ubuntu Groovy main. Okay, let's just add the source. We're running some updates, upgrades. I'm not even sure what we're running at this point, you guys. But that might be a little too annoying. Maybe I should have consulted YouTube, because I also don't have wine, which is probably one of the other things that I need to have. So yeah, literally googling, guys, literally googling. Wine HQ wiki. Let's see. I'm also aware that I'm not just supposed to go into whatever version of whatever I see and just head right in and onto the website and just be like, oh, okay, I'm gonna download or use your code into my own system. I know this is not good, but sometimes I have no idea what's a good website versus a bad website, so I just end up doing literally whatever. Alright, for this version, sudo apt. Alright. Then we have to install one of the following packages. Add apt repository deb https dll.winehq.org wine builds Ubuntu focal main. Am I supposed to add this too? I have no idea what I'm doing. Could not resolve. Working, connecting, focal updates. Some index files failed to download. They have been ignored or old ones used instead. I mean, okay. Failed to fetch. Wine built Ubuntu this focal in release. Install one of the packages. If app complains about missing dependencies, install them and then repeat the last two steps, update and install. Well, if it's using old files, then it shouldn't be that big of a deal. I don't know what difference between the branches is, but install recommends WineHQ stable. Okay, unable to locate package, which means what? Let's see. WineHQ stable package is not in the default Ubuntu repository, so apt is unable to locate it. In Ubuntu 17.10, install WineStable instead. The WineStable version is 2.0 in Ubuntu 17.10. The WineStable version is 3.0 in Ubuntu, our Ubuntu. Open the terminal and type, okay, so sudo apt install wine stable. Okay. All right, so if you're struggling with the dependencies missing, always ask Reddit. Reddit is always helpful. Basically, I have literally no understanding of what I'm supposed to do. This already looks completely different from Arch because I know that Ubuntu is based off of a different mother distro. Regardless of that, it's still really, I mean, it's still, I understand it a bit more now than I used to when I hopped into Arch Linux. But I would definitely say it's tough. It really is tough. Sometimes I have no idea what I'm supposed to do, and I'm just sitting there and I'm like, oh really? So it's crazy. I don't know what it's doing. It's I guess downloading some of the the stable branch WineHQ. No idea what's going on. That's a package. The distro package. Let's see, Ubuntu 20.4. Let's see if there's something else we need, or if I can get to understand what to do. Right. Install the dependencies. Okay. Wine, yeah, and we need to, that's basically our next step. From again, linuxconfig.org. If there's something you guys are not understanding, Linux config are the ball. Ready to launch in some time. So it looks like we're gonna have to wait regardless for both installations. So I'll be back in just a jiffy when both of these are done, so we can complete the wine repository and we can see what we can do for Lutris. So I'll see you in a jiffy. And here we are, back at it again. Seems like everything actually managed to get installed, so we're finally looking into a pass, hopefully, for what we've been doing so far. So let's see. So we should be able to we should be able to add the key. Let's see. Wine, download the wine repository key. So practically it's been doing just that. It's been just installing and unpacking as far as I can see. It's been quite a few stuff that I needed to do, I suppose. That's the stable version of wine. So I'm assuming we need to add the key. Let's see if that is the case. Architecture I385 6. Okay. All right. What? Oh, okay, I see. I mean, newbies are gonna be newbies. Don't kill me, guys. Right. Download the key. Okay. I don't know again if that is even necessary. But let's just do that. winehq.org. It did say last time that it couldn't find it. Wine builds winehq.key. Okay, it saved the key. Add the repository key to your system. apt-key add winehq.key. Okay, finish adding the wine repository with this command: sudo apt add repository, and then we go deb https dl.winehq.org wine builds Ubuntu local name. Okay, it fetched everything. Now you'll be able to update apt and install the latest stable version of Wine, which we did just now. Let's see, install Lutris is the next one. Open the terminal window, add Lutris PPA with a command, which we did already, but we did kind of quite haphazardly. I should have installed Wine first, but that's, I guess, what people that are not familiar with Linux are going to do. So there you go. Make sure you update apt install, but then install Lutris as normal. Okay, just another quick update, I suppose. And then sudo apt install Lutris. Yes, I would like to continue. So it should be installing Lutris in the background, and then we should be able to actually finally run Lutris. So as you saw, I tried a couple of websites. I tried to figure this out on my own through the WineHQ wiki, but how I usually like to have a selected list through things that I have to do in order for it to be possible to run Lutris. So the easiest way I find is through linuxconfig.org. Maybe that's a scammy website, maybe that's an awful website to follow, I don't know. That's the only thing that's actually helped me so far do anything. So yeah, I guess let's see if we can find Lutris now. Yes, we can. Into the system. Right. I mean, search Lutris. Is this not okay? Wild Hunt Game of the Year edition. Let's see, what is it asking us? Proton, Steam. Yes, we would like to do it through Steam. Click install to continue. Do install it, please. That's going to be a big one. Hopefully, I am crossing my fingers that is going to run indeed. Let's see if we can just run Dark Souls instead, if that's possible. Maybe we are now running Wine. We are running Lutris installer. We are running OBS, and hopefully Dark Souls is going to launch now. So do bear that in mind. We have a few processes running currently. Let's see how my PC is actually gonna work this out. Right, what's going on? Why are we not starting this? Did I do something wrong? I don't know if that's actually a bad game to pick, but it did appear as if we could play it. It's really interesting because it just stops executing. I don't know if something is wrong. I don't know if there's too many processes right now and that's why it doesn't want to start, or what the issue right now is. Let me check online. That's what I would usually do. The question is, do I have the latest drivers? Okay, additional drivers. And then check available additional drivers. So we need to select here proprietary tested, I'm assuming. And then we'll have to reboot again. It was using just an open source drivers. Maybe this was the reason why the game was crashing. I have no idea. Let's see if we can do that. I kind of don't really want to restart now because The Witcher 3 is installing, which might take a little bit of a while, as you can see. But hopefully this will be the reason why Dark Souls is not starting. Hello you guys again. Just a quick update from the Clueless girl here. It is the next day. A lot of things happened after I rebooted. I'm sure you can imagine. Everything worked out fine after the first reboot. And practically I just tried launching Dark Souls again. It did not work. I thought that it might be just a game or something, and that I didn't properly look it up beforehand and didn't make sure that it was actually running on Ubuntu / on Linux overall. So I tried to install another game and I ended up with Sid Meier's Civilization 6, which did run. However, after I tried installing it and after I tried running it, basically my PC froze for a second. I thought it must be the graphics card or it must be the hardware, whatever. I had to press the button again. And basically afterwards, it booted me into a sequence of a never-ending login attempts. I could not log into my user. I had no idea what to do. I was completely locked out, and basically it was literally a login request after login request. I could not put in my password. There was no way for me to enter my system. The only way I managed to actually do that and pull the footage that you're seeing right now is I managed to get into Safe Boot and managed to boot Ubuntu together with Arch. Basically more or less separately, and from there on out it was a safe boot. So I tried to try Dark Souls again. It wouldn't allow me to start OBS either. It would continuously say that I either had a graphics card that was not supported or I didn't have the latest drivers, which you saw. I tried looking the drivers up and I tried different drivers. This shouldn't have been the issue. But in the end, what ended up happening is I left it for the day because it had been already quite a few hours of me trying to install things. So what you're seeing is a quite concise footage, and I just dropped it, honestly. Now I don't know if that's something personal, if the reason why it didn't work out is me being clueless, or because it's a major Ubuntu issue, or because I have hardware problems. I have no clue, you guys. From what I managed to gather, there has been ongoing issues since version 17 of Ubuntu with this login problems. Apart from that, for the games, Dark Souls I cannot explain still. I have no idea why that happened, but I can definitely say that Sid Meier's did run and everything was okay with this one. As for anything else, I honestly have no clue, and Ubuntu kind of let me down, I have to say. I didn't think that the installation process of different games was going to be that hard. It was actually much easier in Arch Linux. I managed to install Lutris and Wine and all of its dependencies, no problem whatsoever in Arch. But in Ubuntu, there always seemed to be some kind of an issue. Something wasn't booting, something wasn't right. And even after I managed to install what I needed to install, basically Ubuntu just shut me out and kicked me out of the system. It's like, nope, you've done enough damage already. So basically, I think I'm gonna leave Ubuntu here, to be quite honest with you. I tried, you can run some games, but you don't really have that much of a selection. Steam also just had, from all of these 250 games I think that we have, I could only install roughly 6 or 7 games for Ubuntu. Everything else was basically not available, which for Arch, the game choice was much bigger, and I was able to install them without any problems. I don't know, maybe it's just me. Maybe Ubuntu is not the most fit platform for gaming. Maybe it's just me being clueless, maybe it's my hardware, maybe it's a combination of all of these factors. I have no idea, but I am not really happy with Ubuntu, especially because there was no getting ahead of it. There was no figuring this thing out. It just kept popping more and more problems. I didn't really even manage to game, so that's that. I just wanted to give you a heads up and an update. We'll see how I feel in the next couple of days, whether I'm gonna want to give it another go, because I'm quite stubborn, and see if I can actually boot Ubuntu and figure out what the heck happened with this whole thing, or if I'm just going to continue on with another distribution. We'll see, but I did my best. I tried. As you saw, I didn't get any extra help. So this was my experience with Ubuntu. Would I recommend it for new users? Absolutely. I would recommend it for sure. It's really easy to install. It's really easy to use. Would I recommend it for gaming? Probably not. Based off of my subjective experience that I just had, I would probably not recommend it for users. I want something easy, something quick, something that reminds me of Windows and also has enough quality games for me to play. And it didn't seem like Ubuntu was the distro to go. Anyway, this is my biased opinion. Sorry that I left you like this, you guys, without any outro, but this is the outro. Consider this the outro of the video. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope that you're gonna follow me on my next adventure. If you have any recommendations, or you know actually what happened to me or to Ubuntu while we were testing and trying things out, do let me know in the comments down below. Let me know how you like these installation series. And if you got some love for me, just share the love, eh? Just share the video, like, subscribe, everything that you want to do. Thank you so much for watching, you guys, and I'll see you in the future. Have a wonderful day. Bye.